Anyway, we'll jump into our review. I'm surprised this didn't make Carlos's list. Borderlands, the video game adaptation, starring a hell of a lot of people. We got Kevin Hart, we got Jack Black, we got what's the main actress's name? Come
Cate
on, you guys.
Blanchett,
Cate Blanchett, yeah. Was there any big names in it? Those are the main ones, isn't it? I think. I think so.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Wait, who?
She's not.
What?
She's not in it. It's
I
the
was gonna say what?
Ariana Greenblatt,
yeah.
Ah, okay.
Gina
Um,
Gershon, Bobby
that's
Lee.
right. Gina Gershon. Yep, Bobby Lee was in it. That's right. Bobby Lee was in it. Um, anyway, it's a lot like the video game in the sense that they got all the aesthetics right. I mean, they got spot on. They got all the aesthetics correct. I mean, it looks like the game. Um, it plays the part is the best way I can put it. It plays the part. It's I what do you guys think of the movie? Let's start with Laura. Laura, what was your take on Borderlands? Out now on streaming, wherever you get your streaming movies.
So I have never played Borderlands,
Hmm
and
hmm
I barely even knew about it. Like when I saw the trailer for the movie, I was like, "Oh, I think I remember a video game trailer being a thing." And so yeah, I don't have any stock in it, and no expectations. I was totally bored throughout the entire thing, and I just was not interested in the slightest. The only thing that I did notice was that Jamie Lee Curtis still has a fantastic rack. And I also thought that the soundtrack was really good. Lots
Okay.
of heavy black keys. Good soundtrack.
What was your score for said movie, Borderlands?
Um, 1.5 maybe. Just I really don't have anything bad to say about it other than just I didn't care. But I think that
Yeah,
might
yeah, yeah.
I
Okay.
think
I
it
hear
has
you.
more
I
to
hear
do
you.
with me than it
Oh
does
yeah,
with
it
the movie
does. Yeah.
itself.
Yeah. No, it does.
I'm just not interested.
You're a woman. I don't know. Yeah, just leave it at that. How's that? All right. So a two? We'll go 2 out of 5?
Yeah, sure.
All right, 2 out of 5. Carlos, Borderlands.
Um, I didn't hate it, and I don't think it's worse than Madam Web. Uh, son of a bitch. Um, anyway, I played the game, and I'm like Laura. I wasn't a diehard. I wasn't invested in it. I didn't. When I played the game, I found it kind of boring after a while because you have to do a job, and then after you do the job, you have to go back to the bounty board or the job board, and then find another job, and then it just going back and forth, sometimes longer than others, just to get to the stupid job board or bounty board. Kind of got bored of it. But the game, I mean, the movie itself, I wasn't really bored, but I wasn't super excited. It just had a flow, and I was thinking, you know what? If this was a movie that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s, it probably would have been a hit. Just the look and the colors, and just I was really surprised that Eli Roth wrote and directed this because he claims to be some sort of horror genius, and I don't think he is that either. But you could tell by the script, this was totally written a PG-13 movie. It was totally, they cut it down, they totally made it as tame as they could. They should have made it an R-rated movie, maybe giving themselves a little more leeway, a little more space to do what they wanted to, but didn't hate it. I give it a two, 2.5, 2.5.
All right, we had a 2 and a 2.5. I'm like Laura. I watched it and I was just kind of bored. I just was like, generic plot. All right. Um, the movie, I don't know why, but it felt cheap to me. I don't know what it is. It felt like a cheap movie. Um, but it just wasn't interesting. I was just bored watching it. Like none of the characters were interesting. Even the main character, she wasn't that interesting. Nobody was interesting in this movie. It was just kind of boring. Ragtag team that's, out to get the bounty, which then it all It's a generic story. Let's put it that way. You see it coming a mile away. Everything you see coming a mile away. It's just not a, I don't know. It's a flat movie. It's like a 2.5 is a good score for this movie. It's just a middle ground, boring, like flat movie. It's not a bad movie, but it's not a good movie. It's just
It's a
like
movie.
there we
There you
go.
go.
I mean, if it was on you flipping through the channels, it's a movie I would just keep going past. I wouldn't stop and watch it. Like, that movie, nah, whatever. Like, but never ending story, I would stop, but wouldn't stop for this movie. So
I
not a
agree
good
with
movie.
you, Carlos, that if it had come out, you know, in the 90s, in the early 2000s, even, it would have been a hit. It's just, yeah, I mean, the colors are crazy. I agree. That was fun to watch, I guess. But other than that, nothing really to write home about.
And I don't
Nothing.
know, was the main character, is she in the game? I mean, the only character I remember from the game is Gina Gershon's character and the psychos and the vehicles look all like the vehicle that they stole. I remember driving that thing in the game, but are the other people in the game? Like, I know that's not the plot of the game to go find the vault.
No,
Is
Cate
it?
Blanchett, she's in the game, Cate Blanchett.
That character's in the game.
Yeah.
Okay. But not the Tiny Tina. She's not in it, is she?
I don't recall. Here's the thing, there's like three Borderlands. So I don't
Right. I can't remember which one I played last. But the girl
exactly.
who played Tiny Tina was just too much over the top. That whole just the way I don't know. That kind of her character kind of bugged me. But like I
What
said, it wasn't the worst.
they did do a lot of fan service too. You can tell. Like just certain things. I was like, yep,
Well,
yep, I
apparently the
understand.
fans weren't happy with it. So I don't know what fans they were servicing.
I don't think fans are happy with it because like you said, it came off as a PG-13 kind of safe movie, kind of, I don't know. It just wasn't that
Well,
great. I don't
did you
know.
notice that of all the people they killed, of all the people that were shot, not one drop of blood was spilled. Not one.
Yeah. Um, yeah, you're right. Especially that one scene where she kills everyone in the bar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and not only
you're
that,
right.
when that corrosive stuff was spraying on those psychos,
Oh yeah.
and not a thing. They were just got hosed down. It was wet. That's it.
Well, this movie's a bunch of shit. Anyway. Well, it doesn't really make your list, I take it, good or bad. It's just like I said, it's middle ground, right?
No, good or bad. No, it didn't. Like Madam Web is still the worst film of the year.